name's Tantum and I'm a baby sleep expert, and I help parents and babies everywhere learn how to love their sleep. Of course, sleeping through the night when you have a little one seems a very long way off, but it is achievable, and if you really work at it within the first 3 months, you'll get a baby that's sleeping through. Now, babies don't actually sleep through the night. What they do is they come into light sleep and they have a murmur or a grizzle, and they'll go back to sleep. And that's the difference between babies that sleep through the night. They still wake, but they put themselves back to sleep. But babies that don't know how to fall asleep on their own and they don't sleep through the night is because they are being fed to sleep or rocked to sleep, or they have a dummy. So they have a sleep prop to go to sleep. And they think they need that one thing to go back to sleep in the night time. So they'll come into light sleep, cry out and need that one thing until you go and give them that one thing. So the difference between sleeping through is just babies know how to sleep, and it's really important in the daytime naps to teach your baby how to fall asleep, because they will put that into practice during the night time. The best way to do this is with a base time. The base time is the time your baby wakes after the dream feed. So say, for example, your baby wakes at 2 a.m. Your baby will naturally wake through normal sleep cycles between 2 a.m, 4 a.m and 6 a.m. And that's fine when your baby's little. They need to wake up for feed times because, of course, they need the nutrition. But as your baby gets older, they'll do that out of habit, and they will set their little internal alarm clock, and it'll be exact to the minute. It'll be 2:04, 3:36, 4:12. It'll be very, very precise times. And what will happen is your baby wakes and you feed your baby. You need to do that when they're younger, but later on they don't need to do it. So moving the base time by 15 minutes, so when your baby wakes up at 2 o'clock, for example, you move the base time by 15 minutes to 2:15 and you feed your baby at 2:15. You can hold your baby while this happens, you can give your baby a dummy, but just make sure that you're pushing them by 15 minutes, only 15 minutes, and then feed your baby. What will happen is they'll move their natural clock by 15 minutes, and that's how you get them sleeping through the night, because what will happen is they'll wake up at 2:15, then 2:30, and you move it gently along to 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's when you get your baby sleeping through. So it's really a very easy way to do it, and of course you don't want to distress your baby. By 3 months old, when your baby's about 12 to 13 pounds, is when naturally that they can start learning to fall asleep all by themselves from 11 to 7. So you can feed them at the dream feed and they can go through till 7. All babies are different, so just see what your baby can do. And also at 4 months old, your baby can actually sleep through for 12 hours without nutritionally having any food. And what happens is that will be about 15 to 16 pounds. So just make sure your baby's weight is important, because it's the body fat that your baby retains. But obviously all babies are different. So if you try and work on getting your baby to sleep through the night, your baby will start learning to wake up and put themselves back to sleep, and that is the key. So really try to do that. Feed your baby if they really need to be fed, but just be aware that they can actually fall asleep and go back to sleep, and then that's how they learn how to fall asleep during the night time. So just try as much as possible to do that.